Have you ever felt guilty for being interested in many things? Let's say you are studying a course, but you love something else. Let's say you want to build a business and you also want to create content. You want to learn a skill, you want to make money, you want to grow spiritually and still have a meaningful family life. And then anytime you try to do that, people tell you, I beg, focus on one thing. You see, a few weeks ago, a final year student asked me, he said, "Sir, can I study mechanical engineering and still do graphic design? And if I can, how do I do many things and still be successful at all of them?" You see, that question hits me deeply because I studied mechanical engineering myself, built a photography brand on campus, and later built a design agency, got married, became a father, started communities, began public speaking, did music, content creation, and now podcast. So today, I want to tell you the truth nobody told you. You are not limited to one thing, but you cannot build everything at the same intensity in the same season. So if you've ever felt torn between your talents and your future, stay with me for this next 15 minutes, and this conversation might change the way you build your life forever. So without further ado, welcome to the Do Everything You'll One Day Need podcast. Now, let's dive right into it. What I am about to share with you on today's episode is a concept that I wouldn't be confident to share, let's say, some 10 years ago, because I was born in an age and time where there was no words like multi-talented or multi-potentialite. And even though you manage to describe yourself as one, as one who exhibits too many traits or attributes or skills at the same time, you will get backlashed. It is either you are called proud, arrogant, or they paralyze you with this popular phrase, "Jack of all trades, the master of none." And they didn't even make us know that that was not the full quote. You see, the complete quote continue to emphasize that even though Jack is of all trades, he's always and often better than the master of one. So my confidence or the morale of people like me who have the ability to do many things at the same time has grown since the world has finally come to terms with the fact that, those who are considered the master of one are now even jealous of those who are average at many things. So the summary of all I'm going to be sharing with you on this episode is that you were not created to be just one thing. A few weeks ago, I was invited to come speak to final year students at a university, and I was invited to speak to them on personal branding. And after my session, one of the students raised his hand and asked me a question that I get almost everywhere I go. And the question is that, he said, "Sir, can I study mechanical engineering and still do graphic design? And if I can, how do I do many things and still be successful at all of them?" I smiled. And I smiled because that question was not really about engineering or design. It is about identity. It is a question about confusion. And it is about a generation that has many gifts, but they are afraid to explore that many gifts because they think having many gifts can be a distraction. So today, I want to answer that question openly and honestly. So I'll start by telling you guys my story. I studied mechanical engineering while I was in school, and while I was on campus, I started building a photography brand and also a branding agency. So later, I built a design agency, then I got married, then I became a father, then I started building communities, then I became a public speaker, I did music, even though not professionally, right? I launched a podcast, I started creating content, and I helped many people from around the world build brands and companies. And from the outside to everyone else, it looked like I was doing many things at once. So when people ask me, can I do many things and still succeed? I do not answer from theory. I answer from my experience. And my answer is always yes. But there's a very important condition, and the condition is the lie we were told. You see, I think many young people have believed a dangerous lie. And the lie is that you are supposed to be only one thing. You see, they have sold you that lie that it is either you are an engineer, you are a doctor, you are a nurse, you are a banker, you are a lawyer, you are a photographer, you are a designer, you are a scientist, you are a musician. They say it as if God can only put one gift inside one person. And I personally disagree. I don't believe that at all. I believe that many people are naturally multi-talented. The problem is not just having many gifts. The problem is not knowing how to manage those gifts. And this is where I want to correct something I used to say. I used to say that you can do anything you put your mind to, even though I still believe that it is true. But today, I will say it in a different way. I will say you can become capable of handling many things if you develop your mind, if you develop discipline, and if you create systems. That is the real secret to becoming successful at many things. But there is a very big mistake that people still make. Now, listen carefully. You can do many things, but you cannot do everything at the same intensity at the same time. Now, this is where many young people get it wrong, and this is where many people get into trouble. We want to build businesses, we want to start YouTube, we want to learn design, we want to make money, we want to get fit, we want to read books, we want to travel, we want to become famous, and we want to change the world. All these things in the same season. That for me is not focus. That is scattered energy. Now, think about it as your smartphone. Your phone can run on many apps, right? But if you open too many heavy apps at the same time, your phone will start overheating. The same applies to life. You can carry many callings, but you must manage your bandwidth. And the secret to carrying many things and managing your bandwidth is what I call the secret of seasons. You see, what looks like me doing everything at once to the world was actually me building different things in different seasons. What do I mean? When I was in school, my emphasis was on studying mechanical engineering and building a photography brand. And later, after I left school, my emphasis became design, branding, and client work. Then when I got married, family became my major priority. Then when I became a father, being present for my daughter became more important than anything else. And now, in this season, I am investing heavily into leadership, community building, podcasting, content creation, and the biggest vision God has placed in my heart, which is the company I am currently building. Now, do you see the pattern? I did not grow everything equally at the same stage. You see, a wise person knows what to build now, what to build later, what to pause, and what to let go of. That is maturity. And this will lead me to teach you what I call the DEYON framework. This framework is what I believe any young person can use to build many things and be successful at all of them. And the first one is your mindset. You see, you have to stop limiting yourself with labels. Stop limiting yourselves by the standard the world has set for you. As a matter of fact, don't let people stop you from doing something because they cannot do it, right? So your national diploma, your HND, your degree, your master's, your PhD, they are tools. They are not your prison. And the second principle on this framework is clarity. So you must start by asking yourself, what is my career? What are my skills? What is my passion? And what is my calling, or what is my purpose? You see, sometimes they are the same and sometimes they are not. And the third thing you have to realize is that you must learn how to build systems. I want to beg you, please don't try to run your life from your memory. Use tools. The advent of technology has made building systems very, very easy. Use calendars, use weekly planners, batch create your content and create a structure. And the fourth one I'm going to share with you is discipline. Talent may open the door, but discipline is what will keep you in the room. If you don't learn discipline, your talent will not take you anywhere. And that will lead me to number 5, order. For me, my life's order is God, family, health, my purpose, and my work. Success without order will eventually land you into chaos. So if you are a student watching this, let's say you're a student, you are a fresh graduate, undergraduate, and you're asking yourself the same question, whether you can do many things while still being a student or while still juggling other things. Here's my answer to you. Yes, you can study mechanical engineering and still become excellent at graphic design. Yes, you can have more than one gift. Yes, you can build more than one business. You can build more than one stream of income, but don't try to become the greatest engineer, the greatest designer, the greatest YouTuber, the greatest entrepreneur, and the greatest everything in the same season, right? You have to learn how to build intentionally. And building intentionally means one layer at a time, one season at a time, one level at a time. So I want to leave you with what I think is the most important lesson on this episode. You don't need to choose between being multi-talented and being focused. What you need is focus across different seasons of life. That is the difference between a scattered person and a builder. So here is the conclusion of the whole matter. Before I go, I want you to do something, right? And if you can do this, you'll find building many things very, very easy. Now, take a piece of paper and divide your life into 4 columns. The first column is build now. The second column is build later. The third column is pause. And the fourth column is let's go. In the column of build now, write the things that deserve your strongest attention in this season. And in the column of build later, write the things that matter but do not need full intensity yet. In the column of pause, write the things that you are doing now that is draining you and you need to pause or let go of. And that will lead me to the last column, let go. Write the good opportunities that are not yet for you in this season. You see, that exercise will bring clarity to your life immediately. Let me say this final one. You are not called to be only one thing. You are called and created to become everything God has designed you to be, but not all at once. Not in confusion, not in comparison, not in a hurry, and not in a rush. So you have to develop your mind, develop your discipline, build your systems, and honor your seasons. Because the goal is not to become a person who does many things. The goal is to become a person who builds a meaningful life, one intentional season at a time. And if you'd like to join my WhatsApp community where I share daily growth nuggets, the link is in the description. And I will see you on the next one.